welcome back to another video, tech fans. In this video I'm going to be building a budget gaming PC. Now these PC parts are all pre-owned apart from the SSD, and basically I've gone out on Facebook, Gumtree, eBay, picked up really good parts on the cheap to build the ultimate gaming PC, which in my opinion will trump over the console. Try and keep the comments clean, guys. So this PC costs 352 English pounds. So let's get into the build, and I'm going to time lapse the build as well. And then once it's built, we'll do some benchmarks and then have a conclusion at the end. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so let's talk about the parts real quick. The CPU is going to be a Ryzen 1600X CPU. We have an 8GB kit of HyperX DDR4 RAM. We have a 240GB SSD, a 1050 Ti. These cards are extremely underestimated. These are really good cards. And for the motherboard, we have an Asus A320M motherboard. Now the only problem I have with this motherboard is that it didn't come with an IO shield, because like I say, it was pre-owned and on the cheap. So apart from that, I don't really have a problem with it apart from that. And this is the £5 gigabyte case that we picked up, which was a really good deal. Which come with a CD drive. The power supply is just a Corsair CX500M. As you guys can see there, the power supply isn't really that important, but that were a cheap £35 power supply at the time. Picked that up cheap. So like I said, this computer is a really cheap build, and this will give us some really great performance. So alright, let's get to it. I'm going to time lapse the build, and then we'll have a conclusion and then look at some benchmarks. Alright, so as I was building this build, the pre-owned Ryzen 1600X did not have the stealth Ryzen cooler inside it, which we need to cool the CPU. So I've got one of those on the way for like, I think it was like £4. So this build won't have to wait till Monday night, because it is the weekend now. So yeah, this case was really horrible for cables management, because at the back there's not enough width or gap to put any of the cables down the back. So I've pretty much just, because it is, like I say, it is a micro ATX board. So all I've basically done is zip tied everything to the motherboard power cable and shoved it into one of these CD drives out of the way. Like I said, once the case side panel's back on, you're not going to see it anyway, because this isn't a case where you're going to shove your PC inside. It's just basically it's going to cover up the components like that, and you're not going to be able to see anything anyway. Like I said, it's a really cheap £5 case. So like I said, I've zip tied these down here, as you guys can't see that. Let me just get you a better view there. So I've zip tied the USB cables, the power switches and reset switches and whatnot. And I've made it look as clean as I possibly can in this case. I know it looks terrible, and it is terrible, but you know, we do what we have with the space we have. Alright, so now we'll have to wait till Monday, and basically, so we can get this CPU cooler on, which will be unscrewing these guys right here, and then screwing the Ryzen Stealth cooler straight into the back plate. Alright, so I will see you guys. Well, it'll go really fast for you because it'll just boom, and then alright, see you guys when I see you. So it is now Monday, and I have received the Stealth Ryzen cooler. So let's get this fitted. Let's get to finishing the build. Alright, so what I like about these coolers is they already come pre-applied with thermal paste. As you can see, if I do that, I know you can't see it very well there, but if I do that you can see the pre-applied thermal paste. So this means we don't have to apply thermal paste, and it's good to go straight in the case. Alright, so that is the Ryzen Stealth cooler installed. Now I'm going to put the side panels back on, and then we're going to basically boot this thing up, install Windows, then get to the benchmarks. Alright, so now everything is installed. I have hooked up the PC to a 1080p monitor, keyboard, mouse, the essentials. I have put my Windows 10 USB boot drive in the back of the PC. So, if I turn this on now, everything should work as normal. We should be greeted by Windows 10 installation. So let's do this. Well, that's a good sign. Oh, we've got some action. Hey, there we go. Alright, so at this point I am just going to install all the drivers, graphics drivers, install Steam, a few games, a few benchmarks, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so everything is installed now. So let's get into some games and see how this thing performs.
Hell of a hunt. Big game, but you know what to do.
self-destruct sequence.
Copy.
Eyes on research lab. Contact.
Possible third party intercept. Around us. Might be.
Keep us moving. Stay alert, we're not clear. Line them up!
Target's down.
1-1, we're off the time and close to bingo fuel. What's your status?
Moving on target now. Exfil in 6 mics. Out.
Terminal's on the other side. Just in time.
Sights crashing.
All clear. Jackpot. Got eyes on the ball.
Reaper, we're inside the armory. Moving to secure the weapon.
Copy 1-1. Weapon is in the vault. Once it's secure, I'll initiate the self-destruct sequence.
Weapons behind those doors. All you, Wolf. F-Spar prototype.
Boot it up, Sipes. We're gonna need it.
Here, Wolf. Compact model. Same tech. The riot operation, we're after this.
Reaper, weapon secure. Confirming execute order and self-destruct.
Roger. Initiating self-destruct sequence. Be advised, SETDEF has 50 plus infantry and machines inbound. You need to get out of there now.
Copy, we're Oscar Mike. RV in 5. Clock's ticking, let's move!
Attention, self-destruct active. All personnel must clear the area at once.
Get to work on that relay. Make sure these sons of bitches can't talk to each other. Kane, comms are coming down as we speak. Where are you?
Got eyes on the Black Station. It's swarming.
So, in conclusion, was it a success? Definitely. If you're wanting a gaming PC and you're on a budget, definitely go and check out those deals that people have got around local area within 15 miles if you've got a car. If you ain't got a car, try and get somebody to give you a lift. Because I would guess that I wouldn't even want to know the price of this PC if I was buying it new. But for £352, this is very, very good value for money when it comes to performance. Now, I could have put a GTX 1080 in the system, which would have made performance a lot better. But like I said, this was a budget gaming PC, so everything was a budget. I really enjoyed doing this build. If you liked it, leave it a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Until the next video, Dazinator out.